at a time. And before we get into the daily financial news, I need to congratulate 6 people. Yes, in the last 24 hours, 6 individuals. Oh, so many cards. 6 individuals have let me know that they closed on their first or their next rental property. So let's do this together, folks. Do me a favor. Send some folks congratulations. They're doing the work. They're taking advantage of a slowing market. They're finding good and great deals. It is awesome to see. So first and foremost, Kara and Chris, congratulations. Rob, congratulations. Dan, congratulations. Stephanie, congratulations. Sue, congratulations. And Sue, you closed 2, so you get 2 cards. Folks, if you don't know what we're doing here at the beginning, I set a personal goal of trying to help people get 500 rental properties between June 1st and May 31st of next year. We are on pace, but I need your help. If one rental at a time is helping you in any way, you are a follower on YouTube, Instagram, read my book, course member, Facebook, whatever, and we're helping, and you close a deal, let me know. I will mail you a card, and these 6 individuals will get their cards in the mail because it's right over there. I will do that as I walk home. Second, and most importantly, I am seeing a noticeable uptick in the course. Just this morning, I was looking at what's going on. For the last couple of weeks, we've seen people join, which is awesome. But now we're seeing people do the work. For example, just in the last week, 26% growth in active students. Folks, how to get started one rental at a time changed my life. I created the course because so many people asked. But then, because of what we do on this channel, and I believe because we do good work, I have gathered support from many other experts. The bonus sections in the course are unbelievable, and that is on top of what was game-changing for Olivia and I. You got to get the course, you got to do the work, buy box, focus, daily discipline. I'm kind of a broken record there, but people are making a difference. They are finding good and great deal. Not only have we seen a 26% increase in student activity, but we've seen 41% increase in active completions of, I guess, videos. So folks, you are doing the work. If you want something to do this weekend, if you're ready to change your life, buy the course, get started. Not only how to get started one rental at a time, but we have house hacking and self-management, private money and flipping and on and on and on. And we have more content coming because the more experts that want to create in an area I have no expertise, the more stuff we add. We have Airbnb coming. We have Matt the Mortgage Guy completing Mortgage 101. We have syndication from Jonathan Twomley. We have Airbnb from a friend of mine down south. It's going to be pretty awesome. So I'm excited. I was getting a little nervous about our goal of 500, but when I'm starting to see the students do the work and we're starting to see an uptick nearly daily in deals, you guys are going to blow away 500. I'm going to dye my hair purple. It is going to be awesome. And we're going to give probably nearly $10,000 away to a food bank because not only am I going to give 5,000, but a lot of my experts have come over the top and they want to give as well. So let's make sure we get to 500. Let's not forget I bought 1,500 of these, so let's blow it out of the water. So pretty excited. Well, today's the big day. Today was Friday. This was a day that we talked about since Saturday. It is payrolls. How many jobs were created in July? Remember the expectation was 845. I set an expectation over under of 800. I reluctantly took the over. It's just usually what I do. Most of you, when we did this over to under together, if you are honest with yourself, chose the under. Yeah, you right there chose the under. Well, it blew it out of the water. It came in at 943, nearly the 1 million that I was expecting months ago. So again, believe me, I miss a lot. I expected 1 million 1 month and we got like 300. So I'm going to celebrate this one, but I won't forget that 2 months ago I was way off. Not only did the jobs grow, 943, the unemployment rate, or the U3, fell to 5.4%. Again, the U3 versus the U6 probably has never been less valuable. It is always a number that the powers that be want to talk about because it's the smaller of the two numbers. However, U6, which includes discouraged workers, which we have a lot of these days, U6 also fell. It fell from 9.8 to 9.2. We still have a lot of work to do, but you got to celebrate a good month. And 845 jobs is a job boom, job creation. Also, let's not forget what I told you on Tuesday, I think. I forget which Fed president talked about this. I think he was in Chicago. He basically said, hey, if we get 2 months in a row, which includes July, which we just had, 2 months in a row of nearly 1 million jobs created, we are going to have to stop tapering. We are going to have to realize that inflation could be a much bigger problem. And folks, we're going to talk about that at the end of this session because my stance hasn't changed. I'm significantly concerned, but we will get to that momentarily. And again, 2 months, we just had number one. And yes, 943,000 jobs created is close enough to 1 million to check that box. We got one more to go. And you know, right now, between you and me, I think August might be bigger. Shh, don't tell anyone. All right, in addition to that, not only are we seeing job creation, we are seeing wage inflation. Wages were up 0.4% month on month, but that is a 4% year on year. And again, we will talk about that later. I believe it is wage inflation that is going to cause a broad-based inflation to rise and be a problem. But again, we will talk about that later. Lastly, on jobs, leisure and hospitality, as you would expect, was the largest growth, 380,000 jobs. More importantly, inside that number, bars and restaurants, 253,000 jobs created. So thankfully, we are getting back to work, which is awesome. Saw a report by Indeed, which is a job site, so the data or survey is probably skewed. But based on an Indeed job search, they have 9.8 million jobs available, right? Jobs opening, but 8.7 million folks unemployed. This is an interesting stat. However, as we have talked about weeks ago, we probably have a mismatch of location. Remember, lots of people left New York, San Francisco as a simple example. Now, when you open up restaurant jobs or low service jobs, the people don't live there anymore. They left. So a lot of these job openings are kind of a mismatch. So you are fighting over the same reduced pool of individuals, at least in the short term. New York is certainly coming back, and we will actually talk about apartments here momentarily because I checked out some REITs, some pretty good earnings from apartment REITs, which we will talk about in a minute. As we close out this week, we must talk about earnings. It was a big week. First, we'll talk about, I'm going to call it Maersk, M-A-E-R-S-K, no idea. It's a shipping container company. Remember, inflation is a bigger problem. They are the largest shipping container company. Their revenue was up 60% in the quarter, 200% on profit in the quarter. And their box rate, the 40-foot boxes, are up 500%. Folks, it is a good time to be in the shipping container business. Next up, we have, I don't know, Gannett, G-A-N-N-E-T-T, no idea. The reason I copied them is they are the publishers of the USA Today. And again, you and me, or at least I've been hearing that newspapers are dead. But US Today publisher beat top and bottom. And they actually said online digital subscriptions are up 41%. So maybe the paper's dead, but people are still paying for news out there. DraftKings beat top and bottom, 26% jump in monthly revenue per user. Boy, DraftKings, you are attracting some gamblers and just crushing it. Zillow beat top and bottom and gave an upbeat growth forecast for flipping homes. We are going to have to pay attention to this. This might be one of the reports I dig into and I read over the weekend. Earnings reports can be a little dry, but I might go find this one and read it because again, they are flipping homes and expect to do $2 billion next quarter. That's a lot of flips, boy. Woo! Beyond Meat hit top, missed bottom, but gave weak guidance. Zynga missed top, missed bottom. Zynga is a mobile video games. And what they said is they gave very weak guidance, but said they see a slowdown in gaming as schools open and people go back to work. Pay attention to that. That is going to be interesting because that going back to school in person and going back to work in the office is going to shift a lot of stuff we got used to the last year. Carvana, man, can you imagine a better time to sell used cars? Beat top and bottom. Selling used cars will never be better than the last 3 to 6 months. Can you imagine a better time? And then finally, Yelp. Back to what we talked about with small business, restaurant, and bars. Yelp beat top and bottom and actually boosted full year guidance. Folks, their ad revenue is strengthening. Why is that important? That tells me small business coming back, restaurants are opening, we're going to get excited. And again, August job growth I think will be bigger than July. Let's see. I actually got 2 pages of notes today. Can you believe it? Next up, we're talking about apartments. We have talked about single family homes a lot, 1 rental at a time. That's what I'm buying, all of that good stuff. Looks like vacancies in apartments are starting to reduce. If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, I talk about my portfolio. Apartments are, I don't really want to call them soft because it's not like the rents are falling, but they haven't been filling as fast and they are not growing as much, right? Single family homes rent across the country are up 7.1%. But in Q2, according to 3 different REITs, the one that I read the report was American Apartment Communities. Renewal rates are up 12%. That's where this all starts. People actually renewing as their leases come up. It's up 12% from last month. That is sign number 1 that people are staying put. And rents are going up very slowly, but they're no longer falling. So again, apartments are a place that is going to get stronger, or at least get less bad, if that makes sense. Next up, we have inflation, and this is going to be my big push. I believe inflation is broadening out right now and going to be a problem. And frankly, inflation is going to be so bad that while the first rung of the economic ladder's wages will go up, it will be all lost and then some to inflation, which is not good in my opinion. The Fed is coming out on one side saying, close your eyes, not here, don't, it'll go away. I don't believe them. CEOs, this is something you and I have been talking about with earnings the last 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks. We were looking for inflation alarm bells. We got them from places like GE, Harley-Davidson, Chipotle, Coke, Bayer, P&G, Renault, Apple. The list goes on and on and on and on. In fact, somebody went through and calculated the word inflation. It was up 1,000% in earnings announcements. Inflation is in the supply chain. We just talked about shipping. We talked about all these other things. It is going to be a problem. Folks, if you are following somebody and they're talking about inflation being transitory and they keep talking about used cars, lumber, airline tickets, time to ignore them. Those were first movers. Those were definitely supply chain constrained, but you can see it is broadening out. We see it in the grocery store, at the gas station, everywhere I go, inflation is picking up. And again, we're going to see this broadening out. And unfortunately, while wage inflation is real and will occur, I believe inflation across the board will leave most people in worse shape. That's kind of frankly why you need some rental property. Because again, if you own 4, if you own 10 rental properties and inflation hits your pocketbook, well, you got 10 rentals that are going up. And if you follow my channel, you have 30-year fixed rate debt at a crazy level. It's not going to be this level. In fact, I haven't looked today. I bet you the 10-year jumped. I should have looked. God darn it, I didn't look this morning. Anybody watching me live right now, can you look at the 10-year? I bet it's up today. I bet you it's up almost a tenth point, a point, or 0.1. So I'm going to look at that later. So again, I believe the inflation is going to destroy or make the net real wages negative. That hurts to say, but I believe it is coming. And then I caught a quote from Biden about this eviction moratorium on C-SPAN. I actually had to write it down. This goes back to a conversation I think I had Tuesday where I shared with you a quote from my father. He said, Michael, in this country, you can do whatever you want as long as you are willing to suffer the consequences. This was about a bully. I had to go fight him. He won, but he left me alone, so it's all good. But here we go, Biden. Here's the deal. This is Biden's quote. Oh, yeah, up 2.85, 2.87. Thank you guys for checking. I appreciate it. I should have looked at that before. Again, this is Biden's quote. Here's the deal. I can't guarantee you the court, and let's be clear, when he says court, he means Supreme Court. I can't guarantee you the court won't rule that we don't have the authority, but at least we'll have the ability to, if we have to appeal, to keep this thing going a month. At least, I hope, longer. Let me get this right. The President of the United States is doing something he knows is against the law, but because the wheels of justice turn slow, he's doing it anyway. Can you believe that? The President of the United States knows he's breaking the law, and he's doing it anyway. Oh, the consequences from this is going to be awesome. And then last thing I got, it looks like Joe Manchin. I think he's the senator of West Virginia, I think. I don't know. Anyways, Joe Manchin, I got respect for you, Joe. He is out there yesterday picking a fight with the Fed. And I think Joe must watch this channel. I think Joe is one of the 81 people watching me right now. Do me a favor, folks. We've got 82 people watching and only 10 thumbs up. Help me out a little. But Joe Manchin, I applaud you. You are taking on the Fed. You are saying you are increasingly alarmed and deeply concerned about inflation. You are basically telling the Fed to get out of the damn market, stop buying $120 billion of this and that. And I think they're underreporting. I think they're actually buying more, but at this point, they just need to get out. So Joe Manchin, good job, buddy. I appreciate it. Again, I believe that inflation is going to be around longer, more severe, and actually create, unfortunately, negative real wages. It hurts to say. In the end, as we started today, I want to congratulate 6 people, Cara and Chris, Rob, Dan, Stephanie, Sue, and Sue. Sue, you got 2. Congratulations. And remember, it is Friday. If you want to start changing your financial future, buy the course below, How to Get Started One Rental at a Time. Be part of the growth rate in just 1 week of 26% students, and keep doing the work. 41% of you, more classes being done. Remember, buy box, daily discipline, and if you buy the course, join the Facebook group because I will go live tomorrow at 9 a.m. and we will answer your questions. And yes, at 8 a.m. Saturday morning, I will do a live stream here. I always forget to tell you what's coming, but hopefully by now you know my schedule. Take care. We have an interview at 8 o'clock with Steve. I'm talking to the Lumberjack at 9, and then I talk with Ty at 10. So busy, busy day. Take care. Bye-bye.